Hi everyone, my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here and happy new year. I feel so happy, excited and so blessed to have you here today guys. And today is a special video because it's the first video of this 2021 and I really want to put my best Dollar Tree high-end DIYs that I made last year. I was so excited to put all of them together in just one video so that you can get inspired. These are my favorite ones too, and I still have them in all around my home, and I'm just so excited to share all of them with you. So yeah, I hope that you like and enjoy this video, and if you do, please give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel, and make sure that you guys are subscribed and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I upload a new video. Also remember to follow me on all my social media pages and my other channel, Jazomy Home. Hopefully soon we're gonna be uploading new videos there. So many changes in this new year, and yeah, I just want to say thank you for all your love and support. Thank you so much. I hope that you like and enjoy this video, and let's get started. For this project, I'm going to be using this air filter. You probably had this at home and you need to see what design it has. And you can use it to make a beautiful wall decor. In my case, I can make two wall decors using only one air filter because it has the same design on both sides. And what I'm going to be doing is very carefully is to cut the cardboard, the design that this air filter has. Once I have my design cut, I will paint it in black with my Waverly chalk paint and then let it dry. To create the frame, I'm going to use these stir sticks from Walmart. Each package has 3 sticks. I'm going to use 2 packages because I need 4 sticks in total. And I'm going to place them how they're supposed to go to have the idea of how much I must cut from each of the sticks to form the frame in the correct size. Before making the frame, I will paint the sticks with my Waverly wax in antique color. And to dry the wax, I'm going to be using my heat tool just to make the process a little bit faster. Guys, I love my heat tool and I highly recommend these to have at home. So I'm going to be leaving you the link in the description box of the video of where you can get it. From there, I just have to start sticking the sticks with hot glue to form the frame of the wall decor. To hang it on the wall, you can put a tip hanger or maybe a piece of jute cord on the back side, or you can put it on the top of the table or your mantle, and it's going to look beautiful and in a very high quality. Nobody will notice that you use an air filter for this project. This next project is one of my favorites. I'm going to use a piece of wood stick that I have at home. It is from Home Depot and it costs only $1. And I'm going to cut it in 3 equal parts with my saw machine. When you're cutting the sticks, one of the edges can be straight cutted, but the other side of each one of the sticks need to be cutted diagonally. From there, you can paint each one of the sticks, and I'm going to be using my Waverly wax in antique color, and I'm going to paint just 2/3 of each of the wooden sticks. Once they are dry, I'm going to be sticking these blue tape to form straight lines from where I want to change the paint color. You must place all the sticks together to have the tape at the same level. I decided to give it a color contrast using my Waverly chalk paint in white color to each of the sticks. and I give it 2 coats of paint. And once it is dry, you can remove the blue tape. From there, you're going to need a piece of wood. I'm going to use this round plaque that I already had at home, and it is from Walmart. And I'm going to put 3 nails, forming like a triangle in the center of the round plaque. Once I have the nails placed, I know where each one of the sticks go. So I'm going to be placing them, and I'm going to finish putting the nails. Guys, the part of the sticks that are cut diagonally is the one that needs to be attached to the wood plaque. And the edges that are cut straight are the ones that go on the floor. Hope that makes sense. And when you put the 3 sticks where they go, you can put more nails if you think they need it to make an extra reinforcement. Once you have this part ready, this is how it's going to look. And I want to make a planter, so I'm going to be using this cookie container. It is a very good size. So I'm going to be using it, and I'm going to be painting these using my Waverly chalk paint in black or ink color. I give it 2 coats of paint to cover everything very well. And between each coat, I always use my heat tool. Once it dries, you can place it on the top of the wooden base, and then you can put greenery or maybe flowers if you want. And this is how our wooden planter will look like. It is one of my favorite projects, and it's perfect to add a really nice touch to your home. The next project, you're going to need maybe 2 pieces of wood or 2 sticks that you have at home, but I'm gonna be using 2 of these Dollar Tree plungers that I already had at home, and I'm going to cut the ends so that way they're not going to look like plungers. I'm also going to use 6 of these giant like popsicle sticks that you can get at the Walmart, and these are going to be the steps to create a ladder. But to make it a little bit stronger, I'm going to glue 2 popsicle sticks together and have a total of 3 steps. Once you have that part ready, you can stick the popsicle sticks on the ladder, and you need to try to leave the same space between each step. Maybe you can use a ruler to measure and just be sure before gluing anything. Once you glue them, it is time to paint it, and I really want to highlight the natural wood, the natural color of the wood, and I'm gonna be using my Waverly wax in antique color, and I'm going to be painting 2/3 of the ladder in this color. Once it is dry, you can paint the rest of the ladder maybe in white, but I'm gonna be using black color in my Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to give it 1 coat of paint. And you can put a piece of tape on the plungers just to create like a perfect line between the difference of the 2 colors, and when the paint dries you can remove it. And my loves, this will be the result, and I really love how it looks. Remember that you can paint your ladder in the color you want and that you like the most, and you can hang a small towel and place it in the kitchen, maybe in the bathroom, next to your fireplace, and yeah, you have so many options and it's going to look great. Okay guys, for the project I'm going to be using this square wooden box that I already had at home. It is from Michael's, and I think you can get this for only $1, and this will be the base for my project. I'm also going to be using 4 of these mini round dowels that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to stick 1 on each edge of the box with hot glue. I'm gonna try to form like a pyramid, so I have to keep holding the dowels until the glue dries so they don't fall off. To reinforce all the towers together on the top, I'm going to be gluing a wooden bead with hot glue. But first, you can give it more details to this project, and for that I'm going to be using this shower curtain ring, and I'm going to put it in the hole that the bead has. This is going to look like a hanging system, and I think it's going to look so cute in our project. Once all this is nice and stick together, I'm going to start painting all my lantern with a coat of my Waverly chalk paint in black color. Once the paint dries, this is going to be the result of our project, and I love how it looks. I just add a candle and some succulents just to give a pop of color, and I love how simple and easy it was to make and how it turned out. I will be recycling this metal crackers container that I have at home. It has a very good size, and I really love that about this container. So I'm going to be using rope. I got this rope from Amazon, and it is a very good quality. It brings a lot of rope for a very good price. So I'm going to be leaving you the link in the description box just in case you are interested. What I'm going to be doing is covering almost all my metal crackers container. I'm going to be turning the rope and gluing it with hot glue. And you just have to put hot glue at the beginning and at the end of the rope, and in some certain areas that you think is necessary. I'm going to leave a small space of the container without rope just to be able to do something a little bit different. And first, I'm going to be using a piece of fabric that I have at home, and I'm going to be sticking that fabric with hot glue inside the container so that the metallic part is not going to be visible anymore. Then I'm going to use another piece of fabric, and I'm going to fold that in half, and then I'm going to glue it to the top to cover that outer part from the blue container. And guys, if you have a large piece of fabric, you can use that. It's a better option, so that way everything is going to look uniform and it's going to look better. But I only had a few small pieces of fabric, so that's what I used for this project. Finally, I'm going to put handles on my basket, and I'm going to use the same rope. I'm going to cut 2 long pieces of the same size, and then I'm going to glue them with hot glue on each side of the basket. I get this rope and I use it for many DIYs, and I still have rope. As I told you, it brings enough for a good price. So I'm also going to leave you this product in the link that takes you to my favorite Amazon finds. Once you finish, you can decorate your basket. You can use greenery, or you can maybe put a fox plant, or you can also put a pillow and a blanket to decorate and put in your home. It is a very easy DIY, budget friendly, but with a really high-end looking. For the next project, I'm going to use a round wood plaque that I had. It is from Michael's for only $1. And I'm also going to be using bamboo skewers. These ones are from Dollar Tree for only $1. So the first thing I'm going to do is to start cutting the bamboo skewers of the same size, about like 5 to 6 inches long, something like that. And to cut these bamboo skewers, the easiest way and the easiest thing to use are dog nail clippers. And this is a really great tip that a subscriber gave it to me a long time ago, and I love it. I'm going to start gluing the bamboo skewers on my wood plank with hot glue because it dries faster. But at the same time that I'm going to be gluing the bamboo skewers, I'm going to be using these wooden beads that I bought from Amazon. It brings 300 beads in 2 different sizes, and they are from a really great quality, and I'm going to leave you the link in the description box. So I'm going to use the small beads size, and I'm going to place the beads inside of the bamboo skewers to know what space I must leave between each piece and make sure they have the same separation space. Depending on how long you want to cut the skewers is the amount of beads that you should use. And once you have finished placing all of them, you must cut the excess bamboo skewer that you have left. To make sure that the beads are not going to come out and they are going to stay there and strong, I will stick a piece of rope on the top, and it will give that finished touch to this project. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom of this vase, and I'm going to glue a piece of rope to cover all those small pieces that you can see from the bamboo skewers, and at the same time this is going to help the vase to be stronger. Once all these is nice and secure, you can put flowers inside your vase, you can put greenery, or you can use this vase for the office, and you can paint the beads the color that you want. For the next project, I will be using this floor mat that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I will also be using a rope. For this DIY, I will need the complete package. Remember, you can get it from Walmart from $4 to $5. I don't remember well. Now it is super simple. I will be gluing all the rope on this floor mat with hot glue in an oval shape. For that, I must begin by gluing the rope in the center of the mat, forming a straight line, and then I'm going to start sticking the rope around, and that way you're going to form that oval shape bigger and bigger. Guys, if you don't like this rope or maybe the color it has, you can maybe use some nautical rope from Dollar Tree, or I also going to be leaving you a link in the description box of this video of a rope that I like a lot, and you can get it for a good price. So the link is in the description box. You can stick the rope until you like the size that it has, or you can completely cover this mat as I did, and in the end you will have to cut the edges that you have with a scissor to have the perfect shape, and then you need to glue more rope around of this mat just to cover the edges of the mat, and that way it's going to look much better. You can put this mat anywhere just to decorate your home, and it's going to look so beautiful. It is very easy to make, and I just love how it looks. I'm very proud of this project. I will be using 4 of these 6 by 8 inches Dollar Tree canvases. I only need the wood frame of the canvas, so I'm going to be removing the staples and the canvas fabric with my tweezers. From there, I will paint all the wood frames with my Waverly wax in antique color so that the wood texture that I like so much is still seen, and then just let it dry very well. Now I'm going to be using this sink mat. I get it from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to place the wood frame on the top so I can measure, mark, and then cut the sink mat the size that I need. For each mat, I can cut 2 pieces for each frame, so you need a total of 2 sink mats for this project. Once I have all the pieces cut, I will use my Waverly chalk paint in black color, and I'm going to be painting all the mats on both sides with this paint and then let it dry. Then I will stick each mat on the back side of the wood frame, and you can use maybe hot glue, but just to make it stronger, I'm going to be using super glue gel. My idea was to make a lamp, so I will attach all the canvas frame forming a square with hot glue, but without doing any mess with the glue. From there, I really want to create a vase for this lamp. So for that, I use these Dollar Tree popsicle sticks, and I just paint them with the same color. They were really wax in antique color, then let it dry. And once that part is ready, I'm going to glue them all together with hot glue just to create the base on the bottom of the lamp. Then just to give it some height to the lamp, you can glue wood caps or these Dollar Tree wood crafts cubes. I just paint them with the same wax color, and then I glue one to each corner of the base of the lamp. Finally, you can add a handle with some nautical rope, but this time I'm going to be using this handle that I just have it at home and I really like it, so I'm just going to put it on the top of the lamp. Inside of this lamp, you can put a battery candle and also some greenery that you like, and guys, this will be the result. And it looks super cute with a high-end looking. It has a good size, and it only cost me like $5 to $6 to make, and you can decorate it as you like. And I just hope that you like all the DIYs that I made in today's video using Dollar Tree supplies, and that helps you and inspires you to be creative. I will be using 3 of these Dollar Tree canvas. These ones are 5 by 7 inches, but you can do the same project as me with any canvas size. The first thing I'm going to be doing is removing the staples so I can remove the canvas fabric from each frame with my tweezers. From there, I'm going to be painting all the wood frames with my Waverly wax in antique color, and then let it dry very well. Now I'm going to start working with the canvas fabric, and I'm going to cut all the edges of the fabric to have the size that I need. You need to cut where all the fabrics are folded, like 5 by 7 inches. Once you have cut all of them, you can decide what color you want each one to be. And the first one, I will leave it in the white color. For the second one, I will turn that fabric so I can use the beige color that it has on the other side. And the last one, I will paint it in black color, and for that I'm going to be using my Waverly chalk paint. Once the paint is dry, I will place the fabrics behind the wood frames, and you can glue them with hot glue if you want, but I'm going to be using my stapler just because it is going to be stronger, and I'm going to be leaving you the link of my stapler in the description box of this video. For this project, I really want to make something that looks simple but cute, so I decided to use my Cricut, and with a simple font I made 3 decals that says family, and I did it in a white vinyl, and I'm going to stick that decal in my black canvas, and then I made the word love and home in black vinyl for the beige and white canvas. I'm going to stick one word on the bottom of each canvas, and you can also use stickers if you prefer, or write it by hand. From there, I want to put my canvas hanging on the wall. So I'm going to you can put a tooth hanger on the back side, or you can put a piece of jute cord and staples. Once you finish, this is how your wall decor will look like, and it is very easy to make. I think the colors look great together, extremely budget friendly, cost me only $3 to make, and you can make this project any size depending on the canvas that you have. For the next project, I really want to make a ginger jar vase. I just love these jars, but they are quite expensive. So I decided to make one using these Dollar Tree glass jar. For the lid that this ginger jar needs, I'm going to be using this small glass bowl that comes in a set of 4 in Dollar Tree. You can find this at Dollar Tree, and it fits perfectly as a lid for this jar. And for the final touch, you need something to get the lid, like a handle. So for that, I decided to use this wooden cap that I have in my house, and I glue it with hot glue, but you can use whatever that you have at home that looks like a handle for this ginger jar. From there, I'm going to be painting everything with my spray paint in white color and then let it dry very, very well. You can leave your ginger jar only white color if you like it, or you can add designs or texture to it. I'm going to be using this blue tape, and I'm going to put it around the glass jar, forming a straight line around it. I will paint the bottom part with my Waverly wax in antique color and then let it dry very well. This wax is going to give it a wood textured look, and it looks really cute. And once it is dry, you can remove the tape. Guys, after having painted the lid white, I just realized that the wooden cap will maybe look better with the wax, the same color that I painted the bottom part of the jar. So I just removed the lid, I painted, and then stick it again with hot glue. To give it more color and design to this jar, I'm going to cut several thin lines of black vinyl with my paper trimmer. Just in case, I will leave you the link of my paper trimmer in the video description of where you can get it. I'm going to stick that vinyl between the white color and the wood texture wax that I paint in my jar. Then I'm going to add another line a little bit thinner on the top of that one, just to give it more design, and another one on the edge of the lid of our ginger jar. This will be the result, and I just love it. I try to give it like a modern look, and I just love how it looks. But if you like, you can give it more like a vintage or farmhouse look, and you can make these for a fraction of the price of what these normally ginger jar cost. For the project, you will need 4 of these Dollar Tree wood palettes, and you can paint them the color you want, or maybe use stain. I don't love using stain because of the strong smell it has, but I want these to have the golden oak color in my project, so I painted with these stain and then let it dry very well. I'm going to be gluing the 4 wood palettes, forming like a box, and then to stick them, you can use hot glue, or maybe you can use wooden glue just to make it much stronger, and let it dry. From there, I'm going to be using 4 popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. These are the big ones, and I'm going to also be painting them with the same golden oak stain color and then let it dry. I'm going to be placing these popsicle sticks on the top of these palettes, but first you have to like measure and then cut them to the correct size. Then you just have to stick them with hot glue or wooden glue on the top. You can leave these palettes in a single color, or maybe you can paint them and create patterns or any design that you like. And I'm going to be placing these blue tape forming shapes, I don't know, just to make them look cute. And then I'm going to paint the bottom part with navy color and with a sponge. Once the paint dries, you can remove the tape, and this is how it will look. You can make this same project and make it look like a vase and put flowers. I want this project to be a pendant light, so I'm going to be using a round dowel and I cut it in half. And then I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree light bulb in black color, and I'm going to be cutting the small plastic piece that they have for like hang things from there, I don't know. And I'm going to cut that to have a flat surface to be able to stick the wooden dowel in the center of the light bulb. You can glue the dowel with hot glue or maybe like a stronger glue like super glue. That probably works so much better. And then I'm going to be gluing 2 small popsicle sticks with hot glue next to the dowel on the light bulb. To be placing this screw hook on the other end of the dowel to be able to hang this light pendant later. Guys, I'm going to be painting everything in one color using Waverly chalk paint in black color. Once everything is dry, you can place hot glue on the 2 popsicle sticks and then try to like pass the light bulb inside of the palettes to be able to stick them on the other popsicle sticks that you already stick on the wooden palettes. I hope that makes sense and you can see what I'm doing. Once everything is dry, you just have to hang your light pendant, and I'm going to be using this piece that I made in another Dollar Tree DIY project, and in the description I left that video just in case that you want to see that tutorial. And I just put it on the wall with a nail, and that will be all. This will be the result, and I love how it looks. It has a high-end looking. It looks beautiful to place maybe in a room near to the bed, and I just love it. I hope that you like all these projects in today's video, and please let me know if you like them with a big thumbs up. That really helps to always support my channel. I will be using this plastic storage basket from Dollar Tree, and the first step will be to paint it, and for that I'm going to be using my spray paint in black ultra matte color, and I just give it a coat of paint and then let it dry very well. From there, I really want to create like a lid for this basket, so you can use a piece of foam board as I did, or you also can use maybe a piece of wood or a cardboard, whatever that you have at home, and you must cut it the size of your basket. From there, you maybe can paint the lid of the basket and it's going to look amazing. But I just decided to use some rope, and I bought this one at Walmart for like $4 to $5, and I really like it, so I'm going to be using that to glue it from the inside to the outside of the foam board in a circular shape using hot glue. At some point, I decide to cut my rope, and I use another color just to create a design on this lid. So I use this black poly rope from Dollar Tree, and I just start to glue it around the other rope following the same pattern. Then I exchange it again for the lighter rope, and I give it like 2 turns, and then I make sure to cover the entire edges of the foam board with the black poly rope again, so that everything looks nice and clean. Once I finish it covering the entire lid with the rope, I want to create a system of handles just to be able to grab this lid. So I'm going to be using for that this Dollar Tree golf ball that I just have at home, and I decided to change the color, so I use my Waverly chalk paint in black color. Once it is dry, I will stick it in the center of the lid with some hot glue, and that will be all, guys. You can put your lid on the top of your storage basket, and inside of the storage basket you can put a lot of things like a pillow, maybe blankets, and I decided to put mine on the top of this stand, and I love how it looks and with a very high-end looking. I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree round wood piece. It is quite thick and I really like that. It is perfect for this project, but it has a small hole on one side and I don't like it. So I'm going to be using some sparkling from Dollar Tree, and I fill the hole and then I sand it. To paint it, I'm going to be using my Waverly Wax in Antique color, and I'm going to give it a thin coat of paint so it is not going to look so dark, and you can see better the wood texture that this piece has, and I just love it. From there, I decided to use a vase, and I got this glass bubble vase at Dollar Tree and I love it. So I decided to use my spray paint to paint this in black ultra matte color, and I give it one coat of paint. Once it is very dry, this is how it's going to look like, and I love it. And I'm going to place it on the top of the wood piece, and I'm going to stick it with a little bit of hot glue. Finally, you can put some flowers or maybe greenery as I did, or maybe you can put a candle inside and it's going to look amazing. And it is super easy to make, and it turned out so budget friendly. I'm going to be using a wooden stick, and I'm going to be reusing this one. It is from a Dollar Tree plunger, and I'm going to need a vase also. So for the vase, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree, it's like a circle plaque. That's what I'm going to be using for the vase. And in order to place the plunger on the top and make it stronger, I'm going to put a nail to what it's the vase, and then I'm going to put that plunger or that wooden stick, and I'm going to finish hammering the nail. This way it is easier and stronger place it. From there, I'm going to make 2 holes to the wooden stick that I have with my drill. 1 hole on each side of the wooden stick in different levels, and you need to make that holes in the size of the dowels that you will place. The dowels that I'm going to be using are from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put 1 in each hole, and I'm going to glue them with my E6000 glue, and that way they're going to stay strong. To give it more details, I'm going to put a bead on each side of the dowels with hot glue. I decided to use black paint to paint all my scale, and I love how it looks in this color, but you can paint it in the color you want. To hang something on each side of the scale, I'm going to be using these 2 candle holders that I have from Dollar Tree years ago, and I'm going to change them just a little bit using jute cord, and I'm going to be gluing and wrapping all the candle holders. This may take a little bit time to do, but believe me, it is very easy to do. I want to cover everything that was gold, so I also put jute cord on the bottom of the candle holder. For the top, I'm going to cut 5 small pieces of jute cord, and I'm going to glue 1 on each edge of my candle holder so you can hang these on your scale. As I told you, I didn't want anything to be seen in gold color, so in the part where the candle goes, I decided to paint it in black using my Waverly chalk paint, and very carefully to don't paint the jute cord. To hang the candle holders on the scale, I'm going to be using hot glue because it dries quick, fast, and I think it is the best option. From there, I'm going to put some battery candles. These ones are from Dollar Tree. I don't want anything to catch fire, so this is what I use. And I also going to be adding greenery around the candles. I really love to give a green touch with plants or greenery to my projects, so I also decided to put a little bit more at the base of the scale. This is a little different scale from what you normally see, and I love it. I love being able to give it my own look to this project and with colors and textures that I like. Dollar Tree has many options of candle holders or other things that you can use to put on your scale and be creative. For the next project, I'm going to be reusing a canvas, and I just need this square wood frame, so I'm going to be removing the staples to remove the canvas fabric. From there, I'm going to paint the wood frame with my Waverly wax in antique color and let it dry very well. Guys, you can go to your backyard and take some wood branches from the ground and try that they all have the same size, and then you can paint them using spray paint in black ultra matte color like I did, and let them dry. Now I'm going to start placing all the branches at the back of the frame to know where I want them to be, and then I'm going to be using hot glue, or you can use E6002 to stick all the branches on the back side of the frame. Once you have that part done, in order to hang the frame on the wall, I'm going to put a piece of rope on each side of the frame, and I'm going to be using my stapler. Once you finish, this is how your frame will be hanging on the wall. It looks beautiful, and it was free for me because I recycled the wood frame and the branches are from my backyard. I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree wire basket. It's supposed to be gold, but I'm reusing this one. And I'm also going to be using jute cord, or maybe you can use nautical rope from Dollar Tree. The idea is to cover the entire basket with jute cord and that the wire is not visible. So you must cut pieces of jute cord and you need to glue one end, then turn it so you can cover all the wire and glue the other end again. And guys, just continue with the same process until the basket is completely covered. This process is going to take a little time, but it is super easy to do, and just put some music and enjoy it. Once you have that part ready, you can leave it simple, or you maybe can add more, and I decide to form an X in each of the spaces that the basket has. I really hope that you can see what I'm doing. As I tell you, it's not necessary to make this, but it ended up looking amazing. And you can do the same maybe with another pattern that you like, and just enjoy the process. Once you finish with the design of your basket, you can use fire to burn all the small pieces that protrudes from the rope that normally the rope has, and this is going to add more color, more texture to your rope, and it's going to look with more quality. Just be careful not to burn the rope. Once you're done with your basket, you can put a small blanket inside, maybe a decor pillow or a plant inside as I did, and this will be the result. Guys, it looks like a rattan basket that you maybe can buy at West Elm, Home Goods, Anthropology.com, IKEA, but this one you can do it for a fraction of the price. I'm going to use 2 of these Dollar Tree wooden boards, and if you don't have them, remember that you can use many other things that you already had at home. And I'm going to cut them in half to 9 inches with my saw machine. Once they are cut, I will glue 2 boards together with E6000 glue and staples on the edges and on the back and front side, and where they join each other, just to make sure that this piece is going to be strong enough. From there, I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in white color, and I'm going to give it 2 coats of paint to cover the letters and all the designs that these wooden boards has. And once the paint dries, I will use my Waverly wax in antique color to create like a wood look. And you can do anything look like wood by creating a white base first and then use some wax in a brown color. Once everything is dry, I'm going to use these hooks. These ones are from Dollar Tree and brings 3 per package, and I'm going to paint them with my spray paint in ultra matte black color. And once this paint is dry, I will put 1 in each center of the wooden pieces that I paint with the screws that it brings and using my drill. In order to hang it on the wall, I'm just going to put a piece of jute cord on the back with staples on each of the wooden pieces. You can basically hang anything on these hooks, and I have these crafts bottle at home. They are from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the lid, and I'm going to cover the top with some jute cord. This one is from Walmart, and you can add some details such as a bow and place a piece of jute cord to hang the bottle from the hooks. Inside of each plastic bottle, I'm going to put some Spanish moss, and then I'm going to add boxwood from Walmart, or you can maybe add flowers if you like. And once you have that part ready, you can hang each bottle on the hooks. And this will be the result of it, and it is very simple and easy to do, super budget friendly. Remember that you can change the decor that you put inside of the bottles, or you can change these plastic bottles for something else depending on the seasons. I will be using 4 of these Dollar Tree wood pieces, or if you don't have these, you can use these Home Depot wood pieces that cost me only $1 each, or you can use whatever you have at home. To give it a wood texture, I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in white color, and I'm going to give it 2 coats of paint to cover all the letters and the color that this piece had. Once they are dry, I'm going to stick these boards together, forming a frame, and for that I'm going to use my E6000 glue and staples. From there, I'm going to use my Waverly wax in antique color to create wood texture, and then you need to let it dry very well. I'm going to use a piece of foam board, and you must cut it in the same size as the frame that we made with the boards. So I'm going to use my Waverly chalk in black or ink color, and I'm going to paint my foam board. Then you need to let it dry, and you can stick it on the back of the wood frame with staples. To make it look like a real chalkboard, I'm going to put a little bit of chalk on that foam board, and I'm going to erase it with my hands. And that way I'm going to get that chalkboard effect that I'm looking for. From there, I print from the internet, from Google, something that said hello spring, and I'm going to add a chalk on the back of the paper. Now you must place that piece of paper on the top of your board, and you need to pass a pencil over the letters. And this is one of the ways that I like the most to use to transfer images or words to any surface. Once you remove the paper, and I'm gonna try to fill them with this white chalk marker that I get, and I think it's the easiest way, and it's going to look beautiful. So in the description box of the video, I'm going to leave you the link of where you can get these type of chalk markers. They are very cheap and they work amazing. Once you're finished, you can put a wreath on the top, hang it on the board. And I'm going to reuse this one that I had at home from a previous project. It is basically a Dollar Tree wreath with some greenery and a rustic bow. And I'm going to put a piece of ribbon to hang it from the chalkboard and some staples on the back. In order to hang it on the wall, I'm just going to put a piece of jute cord on the back with staples on each of the wooden pieces. And that will be it. This will be the result of the projects. I'm totally in love with the result of each one of them. And you can change and paint the chalkboard for a different season as well as the wreath. Okay guys, for the project, I'm going to be using this round wooden plaque. This one is from Walmart for only 99 cents, but you can find these wooden plaques at Dollar Tree in different shapes too. I'm going to be removing the sticker that I have on the front side, and then I'm going to sand everything very well just to have a smooth surface. And then I'm also going to be removing the staple that has on the back side. To give it color, I decided to use my Waverly wax in antique color and then let it dry very well. Now you can use stickers, you can use a stencil, write it by hand, but I'm going to be using my Cricut, and with white vinyl I create the word hello, and then I'm going to stick it in the center of my sign. I use my Cricut Joy for this project, and I'm going to be leaving you the link in the description box of the video just in case that you are interested in having it. From there, I'm going to be using this plastic tray. It is from Dollar Tree and it is quite large and has a pretty design. So I decided to paint it using my spray paint in black ultra matte color and let it dry. Now I just have to stick my wooden plaque in the center of my black tray with hot glue. I really want to add some greenery around the tray, and for that I'm going to be using my soldering tool. And I'm going to be making several holes in my tray in groups of 2. This soldering tool works amazing and it is very cheap, so the link of this product is going to be in the description box. From there, I'm going to cut several pieces of wire. You can use any wire that you have at home, but this one is from Dollar Tree just in case. And then you can use greenery, or maybe you can use flowers if you like. I'm going to be using this 6-foot long eucalyptus garland. It is from Amazon and I just love this garland. And I'm just going to be joining this garland to the tray with the wires throughout the holes that I made. Guys, you can stick this garland to the tray if you want, but if you use wires to join it, maybe on another occasion you can reuse this garland for another project. So that's why I put holes on my tray and then I use wire to attach the garland. And I know that you're going to ask for the link of these garlands, so you can find that on the description box of the video. From there, if you want, you can add a bow with a ribbon that you like. This one that I'm going to be using, I think it is from Walmart, and I just going to make a bow and then attach that bow with wire to my wreath. In order to hang it on the wall or maybe on your front door, you can stick a piece of rope on the back side just to be able to hang it. And then finally I decide to give it a nice detail, and I just add a wooden bead to the center of the bow. Once you hang it up, this will be the result, and I just love how it looks. It looks beautiful and it is a very unique wreath. It is perfect for any season and it is very easy and cheap to make. The last project, I will be using this glass candle vase from Dollar Tree. I have these for years and I just decided to use it for today's project along with a Dollar Tree glass candle holder. These are the ones that Dollar Tree always have and that you can get. I'm going to be gluing these two pieces with E6000 glue just to make it stronger and just a little bit of hot glue to make it dry faster. Now, I'm going to make another one of these vase using two Dollar Tree candle holders. These ones have a different color, but it is only because I'm going to be reusing them. And I'm going to glue them again with E6000 glue and hot glue, but you need to be very careful because this vase is a little bit higher, so you need to let this piece dry very well. I want everything have the same color, so I decided to use my spray paint in black ultra matte color and paint everything and let it dry very well. Once they're dry, this is how they will look and I just love them. They look amazing and you can put a candle inside of the vases, but this time I'm going to be putting a piece of garland that I have left over from the first project. And I'm going to put one piece hanging from the large vase and just a few pieces on the other vase. Guys, this will be the result of this project and I just love the contrast of the colors. I think this is one of my favorite projects for today's video just because it looks amazing with a high-end looking using Dollar Tree items and some paint. Guys, I just hope that you liked today's video and I just really enjoy sharing these ideas with you and inspiring you to be creative. Okay guys, I hope that you liked this video and if you do, please a big thumbs up. That really helps to support my channel and please let me know in the comments. I really want to know which of these 20 Dollar Tree DIYs was your favorite, and make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazomy.com and my other channel Jazomy Home. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye.